Welcome back, everybody, to yet another episode of Mega Man 5, and we have taken care of all of the Robot Masters. Now, our Robo Brother remains. And welcome to Protoman's house. This is totally not a ripoff of Power Rangers, Gotcha Man, or anything else, right? Right? I'm totally right on this. Oh, man, we're gonna get sued. And we didn't even make the darn thing. So I hope everybody's having a good day. We are literally recording this on New Year's Eve.
It is New Year's Eve.
In a matter of hours, Alex, like T-minus 12 hours, or less than 12 hours, we can say goodbye to 2016.
And say hello to 2017.
But I guess the first question that I want to ask here is, are we like the rest of the internet where, like, we are begging for 2016 to go because of all the horrible things that happened, or are we more along the lines of, are we more positive about it?
Yeah, well, I think we're waiting for this year to be done.
See, and here's the thing, like, I get that there's been a lot of negative that's been happening, and Andrea obviously can chime in here, but I get that there's been a lot of negative that's happened. I mean, obviously, we had to deal with the election, we had to deal with so many celebrities dying, but if you look at things on the grand scheme, for Drak and Shadow, it was a good year.
Yeah, we did alright.
Like, despite all of the YouTube stuff that we dealt with, for Drak and Shadow, this was actually a very good year for my channel, for yours. It's been positive, so I don't know if necessarily I could say it was entirely all that bad. But, well, the internet will tell us otherwise, because there were so many things we had to hate. Because how dare Donald Trump get elected, and how dare all these other things happen, including, unfortunately, I feel
so many
really
celebrity deaths.
Yes. So, fun fact, when we did the Battlefront recording, which is now up, and the one that's paired to it is going to be coming up very soon, too. When we did that, Carrie Fisher was in stable condition in the ICU.
Yes.
And then she passed away.
Yeah, literally the next day.
Passed away literally the next day, and so I added in that little note when I got it out. And then literally, I got that up on YouTube. It almost took all day. It was like the first time I've ever had a 3-hour-long upload on YouTube. And
that was insane for a 3-hour.
Yeah, that's never happened to me. And then even better is the next day, Carrie Fisher's mother, Debbie Reynolds, passed away.
Yeah.
And I actually, like, literally looked at that news. I'm like, screw it. I'm not going back to edit it. I'm not going back.
Well, don't edit it.
Yeah, there's no reason to do this because, frankly, it's just bad news all around. And we can just talk about this in another video.
I mean, you could, if you wanted to put in an annotation, but I don't see a need, really.
Yeah, and I'm not even going to do that because we can obviously address that in another video. Because, I mean, obviously we're talking about it right now. So, it's just one of those things where I don't necessarily have the level of hatred that everybody else does.
I think it was just like one bad thing after another.
But yeah, but again, I don't have that level of hatred that everybody else has for the year. It's been fairly good for everything that I've been doing, everything that Alex has been doing, and it only gets better from here because, I mean, you know, we keep on saying this, but wow, we have so many other things planned on our respective channels, on our fellow panelists' channels. I mean, we got lots of stuff coming out next year that you guys can look forward to. But since we are literally on the eve of 2017, yes, we are on New Year's Eve.
We are on the eve of New Year's Eve. I thought you were like, actually, we're going to say that.
This is really creepy, man. We're almost inside each other's heads.
We're in sync.
Yes, but not the band.
Not the band.
Not the band. Because I don't want to be Justin Timberlake. That's not happening. I don't want to be Joey Fatone. I don't want to be any of them. So with that, I'm actually going to say, like, besides the negative stuff, I really don't want to talk about the negative stuff of 2016. Like, what are we excited for in 2017?
There's a lot to be excited for. I mean, you got the next Star Wars movie coming out.
Again, at the end of the year.
At the end of the year, sure, but even it's still something to look forward to.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Boy, what... I mean, there's still a few anime movies that should be coming soon. Your Name, for one, which is full of hype because it's been doing so incredibly well in Japan. It's, like, broken all box office records.
Yeah, but I just barely saw on Facebook, apparently Aldo's not happy with the voice choice for the main character.
Oh,
For which character?
I don't know her name, but and I can't even remember the voice actress's name. It's like Stephanie something.
Oh, Stephanie Shea.
But he's not happy about it.
Really?
He's not happy with the casting.
I'm looking forward to it because I think she's a great actress, and she's also doing the dubbing directing for the show. You and I know
Let
her.
me double check this because like Aldo tends to leave bitter stuff, but
Yeah.
sometimes he doesn't mean it.
I haven't seen the movie in Japanese, so it's not like I have anything to compare to. But
Yeah.
But Stephanie Shea, we actually just finished Sonic Lost World. She was the little green valley girl in that one.
Oh, was she the I think we compared her to Disgust at one point.
Yeah,
from Inside Out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's of course Yui Hirasawa. She's Yui-chan.
Of course she is. She's literally everything. I'm starting to think like we make the joke of everything comes back to Ava. Now it's everything comes back to K-On.
Everything goes back to Ava or K-On.
Yes, exactly.
We just played Shantae. Well, Shantae's voiced by Christina V, who is Mio-chan.
Exactly.
And she's also Homura, so now it also comes back to Monica.
Are we starting to see a pattern here with Alex here? I mean, actually, the funniest thing is like a lot of people have asked if you were a diehard Magical Girl fan.
I guess you could say I kind of.
I actually would say no, you're not, and the main reason is because the first thing that comes to my mind with a Magical Girl anime is Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon. Yeah.
You're not a hardcore fan of it.
Not a fit. That's just because I like Cardcaptor Sakura more.
Yeah, exactly. So that at that point, I would say like you're. I mean, I hate to go with the stereotype here, but you are the hipster again.
I'm the hipster.
You're the anime hipster of our podcast.
Well, plenty of people like. I don't know if you could call it a hipster opinion, because plenty of people love Cardcaptor Sakura. That's a beloved classic of the anime world.
Yeah. Okay. So here it is. Why, out of all actors possible, would you get Stephanie Shea for this? Time to go for subs.
I guess he's not a fan of Shea.
I guess he's not. So maybe we'll have to bring this up in the next podcast because that's going to be literally next. That's the sad part of tonight is that our holiday break kind of ends, even though Drak and Shadow didn't really take a break. Yeah, like so. I'm guessing you've been on a holiday break.
Not
on
really.
Your channel. Okay,
Nope.
So I've been on a holiday break, but now I have to go back to it.
Because I did the 12 Days of Anime,
You did.
and then I squeezed out a top 6 list of my favorite shows from the year.
Which, speaking of your 12 days of anime, oh boy, you don't realize this, but you created a mushroom cloud one day in this household.
You're just so hung up on the fact I didn't like the Ace Attorney anime.
But no, I don't care that you disliked it. My problem is with what you disliked about it.
I think you just got on Am's bedside with that.
Because the other part that didn't help this process is because you admitted to me like when you talked about it, you hadn't watched that much. You watched maybe 1 or 2 episodes, and I have since watched about 5 or 6, and I'm just. Granted, a lot of people can throw this out to me in the comments. I'm a fanboy, whatever, but I'm just not there with you. A lot of the stuff that you felt was pandering to the video game crowd, I thought was more just a homage to Ace Attorney fans. I thought that, where you made the complaint that there was not really a whole lot of difference, I actually think there was tons of difference because unlike the game where everything was static frames and all that, now we actually could have a full-on story being told with these cases. And it was brilliant to me. It actually was really awesome to be able to see that unfold. And so, yeah, I'm not there with you. If you had met, or if you had caught me a couple of days ago, I probably would have wrung your neck. I'd be like, I'm just not there with you, Alex. I'm just not there.
Version 1.03.
Oh yeah. So this is another thing that I unfortunately can't avoid with a PS4, is that it likes to update. So this is going to be the Storm Shadow thing that happens on the PS4 is because it wasn't even like a PS4 update. It was an update to Final Fantasy 15, I think, that was being done, and not even the one that I want. The one that includes like all the cutscenes that were left out. Oh, Final Fantasy 15 is going to have its freaking day. Like that annoys me. Do not leave stuff out of the main game, ever. because that's what we're paying $60 for. So like if you do the I'm gonna leave the canon ending out of the game and make it DLC, that is bull crap on a whole other freaking level.
Yeah.
Can we all disagree on that?
So this is by the way, this is Gravity Man. Is this Gravity Man or is it like a mini boss?
So these are actually they're basically called like Soldier Man 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
And they are specific servants of Proto-Man.
Protoman.
I wish I could tell you that they had like specific ones. It's like Tank Man, Shield Man, and all that stuff because they're not official like robot masters. In fact, as soon as we get to the end of the video, we'll actually see a culmination of all of the men coming together as Ultraman, who has all of their abilities. So you could say this is actually kind of a cool thing where it educates you on the various mechanics of Ultraman. Oh, and hi, little Proto-Man head. We want to make sure that you're okay. Alright, so here we go on to the next level where we continue on in Proto-Man's villainous manner, because that's totally what Proto-Man is. I want to go back to the subject of like things we're looking forward to in 2017. We obviously have lots of movies that we're looking forward to.
Oh yeah.
We have Power Rangers, which is like one of the first ones that we get. Lego Batman the movie. We have Justice League and Wonder Woman, which we are at least more excited about than we were for Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
That's got to be said. We have Spider-Man Homecoming, which is coming soon. This summer.
Coming this summer.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I'm trying to think if we have a third Marvel movie. I don't think we do. We have Wonder Woman, we have Justice League, and we may even have the Ben Affleck Batman movie this year, too.
I don't think so, because I think that movie's still meandering.
Certain movies are being held back for it, though.
Right.
Like, Aquaman was supposed to be this year, now it's being held back for the Ben Affleck Batman movie.
Because last I heard, they were still really trying to refine the script more for the Ben Affleck Batman movie. So it sounds like
I'll need to double check that, because I know like certain movies like Aquaman is being held back until Batman is done.
Oh, just put out Aquaman, Warner Brothers. I know Batman's your bread and butter, but come on.
It's almost like Batman is their focus here.
What, you don't like Aquaman?
No, I want to see what they'll do with an Aquaman. I'm just like...
I actually kind of want to see Aquaman come out, because unfortunately, like, and I've done it too, Aquaman gets kind of a bad rap, where a lot of people like to make the joke that he talks to fish. He does have other powers, people, and I have to acknowledge that too. He does have other powers. He's more of a magic-based superhero, I would dare say, since a lot of the stuff for Aquaman is based in magic. But yeah, we need to have an Aquaman movie to fix that stigma, because it's getting a little annoying. But then again, I also want I want the Cyborg movie, and I want the Flash movie to see what they're going to do with that.
If Flash could ever hold on to a director for 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the issue there. Thankfully, though, I don't think Cyborg's having the same issue. I think Cyborg may still have its director. I just don't think.
Well, how come
Cyborg doesn't have a writer yet?
Well, how come the Flash is having a hard time keeping a?
I don't know.
I believe the original director left because of creative differences. So he had a vision for it, and
they didn't.
Nobody at DC was in agreement.
Yeah. So production politics.
Yeah. But I also think it was more Warner Brothers hedging their bets in the fact DC has not been productive for them, and so they were more focused on getting Fantastic Beasts out so they could start making up for their losses.
Gotta get that Harry Potter cinematic universe going.
Exactly. Which, I mean, 5 sequels, that's obviously where they have to go with it. We have so much more, and I'm not thinking of like all the things that we have set to review. We've got lots though.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff that's coming out in 2017 that we can all look forward to. As far as games, well, you have a reason to be excited because Yooka-Laylee just got a release date.
Oh yeah, I got a release a while ago. It's coming in April.
April 11th. The only sad part is that I think you wanted to get it for Wii U, and that ain't happening anymore.
Well, no. I mean, I would have gotten it on Wii U if that opportunity come, but my backer I set my backer reward for Steam.
For Steam? Okay, so you're just gonna play on PC?
Because when they sent out their reward surveys to see what platforms you want it on. I'm like, well, I don't have a Wii U yet. I'm not sure I'll get one when it's out. This was still fairly early on, so it's not like we had a tangible release date yet. And
Exactly.
so I just like, all right, I'll go for Steam, and if they give me a chance to change it for Wii U, I'll change it for Wii U. But I'm fine with putting it on Steam.
Stupidity just a second ago. Yeah. No, I'm also excited for Yooka-Laylee. In fact, you'll be happy to know that Yooka-Laylee made my review list.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna play Yooka-Laylee, and this is gonna be amazingly funny since I'm not the fan of collectathon games that you guys are. But I'm interested in Yooka-Laylee, especially if I can get it. I want to get it on the Switch. It feels appropriate to be on the Switch. So if I can make that work, I don't know. But Yooka-Laylee is on my list. My list is actually... People have been asking, like, what's on my review list for next year? There isn't a whole lot right now. There really isn't. Mainly because we only have release dates up until May, I think. And a lot of the games that I'm interested in are probably coming out later in the year. So here are some of the movies that you guys can look forward to with Drak and Shadow Vlogs us doing in 2017. The Lego Batman movie, Logan. Or are we taking on Logan?
No, I think
we wrote that off.
Yeah, I think we both agree.
Yeah, we're both not really interested in Logan. Power Rangers. We're obviously very excited for that. Ghost of the Shell, which will probably be like a Geek News review, just because of all the crap we've talked about it. Then we also have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. We're gonna do... are we doing Pirates of the Caribbean?
I'm not. Okay,
so we'll take that one on too. Wonder Woman, we're doing. Transformers: The Last Night, you're doing.
I'm doing that solo.
I'm not. People are already getting mad because I've already said via Twitter I'm not going to see Last Night. That trailer enraged me too much to get me to go and see it. I am not interested at all.
I already figured you weren't. That's why I made the offer.
No, they made it worse.
Yeah.
Like I had already heard the rumors that like Hot Rod was going to be in it and we were going to get a Unicron and all that. But then the trailer came out and we have evil Optimus Prime, and I'm just like, no, F you. I'm not seeing this movie now. I refuse to see a movie where Optimus Prime is evil, and I don't care if they're going to go through the whole route of no, it's not Optimus Prime, it's Scourge or whatever. I don't care. I'm not interested in seeing an evil Optimus Prime. I wasn't interested in seeing Angsty Prime last movie. And that happened.
You'll clarify for me in the Transformers lore, isn't there sort of like a nega Optimus Prime, sort of like...
There are a couple, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of...
It's been done before. The one that's probably the most well-known is Scourge, who was done in an anime series. And also, if people have seen Transformers Prime, they actually created what's called Nemesis Prime.
Right.
Which was basically a Optimus Prime robot that was controlled by a human. Because in Prime, they actually had a human villain in that, which was really cool, and then got wasted. Well, because it was a cult/terrorism organization called Mech.
Right.
And it was really cool. And totally got wasted. Sadly. Then we also have Spider-Man Homecoming. Blade Runner 2049. Did we agree that we were going to go see that?
I might be open for it.
Okay. Thor Ragnarok. And then So we do have a third Marvel movie. It's Thor Ragnarok. And Justice League is coming out at the tail end, and then we will wrap things up, just like we did this year, with a Star Wars movie with Episode 8.
Oh, isn't Christopher Nolan's new movie coming out next year?
If he has another movie coming out, I'm not aware.
Yeah, he's got one coming.
What is it?
Dunkirk, which is a World War II movie.
Dunkirk? I don't know, honestly. I will double check that, and if we want to add that to the list, then we can.
Oh, is it that war-like movie? Is that was?
Yeah, it's a war movie.
It kind of reminds you of like I don't know which.
Private Ryan, Saving Private Ryan.
Either that or I don't know what the other.
Yeah, we're gonna completely forget that I did that. Yeah, I literally smooshed myself on a spike.
Spikes are deadly.
Spikes! So, believe it or not, we actually are at the end of Protoman's castle / apartment. I don't know what you would call it.
/ apartment.
Well, it could be an apartment. It could be like a really luxurious apartment.
Just need some throw pillows and...
Fortress.
Yeah. let's go with Fortress.
Or
Which we're virtually wrecking right now because we're taking out the columns and thus shrinking it. I'm sure Proto-Man is appreciating that. Thanks, bro. And all we do is go into this room. We're gonna be taking on Proto-Man.
Protoman, with the power to be...
I can't do it! Whoa! He's powerful. Wait.
What? Huh?
Proto-Man?
Huh?
You're a fake! You're a big fat phony! There you go. There's a Family Guy quote for you people. So this is the Ultraman that I was telling you about. He has the powers of every single robot, or every single boss we've fought up to this point. And he is kicking my trash, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Trust me, there's not a whole lot I can do about it. And as you guys can tell, this is going to be a failing round because I'm trying to do this with the Mega Buster and failing horribly. It's just not working, people. He's got so much more damage on me. That's okay. We're going to have a quick Magic Cut fix, and we're going to go ahead and take out Beat. You finally get to see Beat, people. It's just a little bluebird that follows you around and occasionally attacks the enemy that's nearby.
It's like the bee in Ocarina in Link to the Past.
Yep. That's pretty much the thought on Beat. Well, I can't die, so... I thought you might like a little robotic bluebird just coming out of nowhere. And you do whistle him in. So that's an interesting factor. Or factoid. There we go. Beat has saved the day! Yay!
yeah, the bird ends up being the hero.
Except who created this evil Proto-Man clone?
Who else but Dr. Wily?
You've done well, Mega Man! I never expected you to defeat my powerful Darkman robot! Yes, it's called Darkman. Canon. Until now, I have managed to frame Proto-Man for my crimes. But now, the real Proto-Man has appeared and spoiled my plan. Yeah, we kind of got that problem. Dr. Light is a captive in my lab / castle. Come if you dare.
You sound like that. You sound like,
This is the Scott McNeil I get.
you sound like that egg Digimon.
Exactly. Well, because Scott McNeil played that.
Oh, really? Okay.
So that's going to go ahead and do it for part 3. When we get back, obviously, we've got yet another castle, and we're going to go face Dr. Wily.
So many eggs it is.
Isn't it Digitanamon?